Welcome to Bliss Bunny, the webinar. I'm Heatherly Chapman, your host and coach, and I'm so excited to be here with everybody today. Today we are teaching on mastering manifesting. I know for so many people, we want something so bad and we're doing all the things, we're trying so hard, but yet for some reason it's just not working out. Well, we're here to talk about today why it's not working out, to show you how you can have it work out for you, and to help you become the best version of yourself. So for those of you that don't know me yet, I'm Heatherly Chapman, and I help people become high performers. I work specifically with entrepreneurs on mind, body, soul, and business. You see, what I found was there was a missing gap in the market, and people were not being treated as a whole. And I find that it's essential that we're actually minding our mind, treating our body like a goddess or God, and connecting to spirit or soul and our purpose. And then once we do that, we're in this vehicle, our body, which has the mind, spirit, all these things, but we weren't given a manual of how to drive it, how to create in life. Because the truth of the matter is that you came here to create. So what are you creating? The first step into manifesting is to understanding that everything is happening for us, because of us, not because of others, current circumstances, or our reality. We have to first take responsibility for our results. So guess what? There's no make wrong in that. There's nothing wrong with that. But everything in your life has showed up because it was once a thought in your mind. But guess what? Half of your thinking, I'm going to put in quotations, thinking, is not thinking. It's programming that's happening over and over again. Because basically, you were a blank slate when you came into this world. And before the age of 7, you were conditioned. So think about it like you're a computer. And when you joined this world, your computer was empty. And we had to put programming in it so that you could learn how to walk, talk, act, think, eat, do all the things. But you could only learn from those around you and the environment around you. So you don't know what you don't know. And you won't know you didn't know it until you learn it. And then you realize, I never even knew that before. So the way you think is based off of the way you were brought up, your environment, your parents, your friends, your teachers. Were you wealthy? Was it, parents told you money doesn't grow on trees? Did somebody tell you, it's hard to be an entrepreneur? Someone told you it's the only way to be an entrepreneur? All of this is your conditioning. And so now we want to rewrite it because we're getting our results based off of our conditioning. And now that you know that to be true, and this is science, it's your fault if your results don't change. And you have to take that responsibility. And so that's what we're here to do today, to help you to understand how to drive this vehicle through life, to take responsibility for your results, and to start getting new results right now. So we have you winning every single day. So it's time you get out of your own way. It's time you mind your mind, and it's time you own your results. So today in the Bliss Bunny webinar, we will be talking about 5 main key points. 1 is dream casting. What is dream casting? It is your ability to create a vision in your mind of what it is that you truly desire. Cast it out in front of you like there's a TV in front of you. Create a vision of it, and then enter the spirit of it. We are going to understand a little bit more about the human conditioning and paradigms and what is getting you your current results. And then we are going to learn about how to actually change your mindset. So your mindset is different than your mind. Yes, it is. Remember, we don't know what we don't know, and we'll talk about that later. We will also be talking about creative energy and getting you into the spirit of it. If you don't know what entering the spirit of it means, please go over to YouTube and watch Entering the Spirit of It by Thomas Terrard. We will discuss that after. And then we will also be discussing at the end some of the universal laws that I think are best to teach you and talk about today. So let's not waste any more time and let's get started. So do you have a dream? Do you have a goal? Do you have a vision? Do you have a passion? Do you know you're made for more? Do you know you were meant for greatness? Are you feeling unsatisfied and unfulfilled? Let's fix that. What is it that you truly love? Guess what? We all came here for a purpose. We all have a gift. So I need you to decide what it is that you really want, because most people, guess what? They just don't get what they want in life because they can't get clear and decide on it. They're changing their mind all the time. They're like, I'm going to join this program. Oh no, I'm going to go over here to this mastermind. Oh no, I'm going to go get this free coaching over here. No, and then they don't actually put the effort and time into what they're doing because there's no clarity. We're jumping from idea, to thought, to program, and never completely, fully embodying what we're doing and seeing things fully to the end. We do one business partly, and then we're like, oh, it's not working. We give up and we go to the next one. That's because you did not make a committed decision. You do not have clarity around your goal. You do not know exactly what it is that you desire. If I told you died tomorrow and you could only do one thing today, what would that one thing be? And then they need you to make a committed decision that you're going to do it no matter what, or you're going to die trying. And that's the kind of committed decision I need you to have with your goal. But in order to truly discover your goal and what you came here to do, you need to discover what your purpose is. What do you love? What are you meant to do? Interview the people around you. Ask them, what are my strengths? What value have I added to our relationships? What am I good at? What do you think I'd be good at? If I only did one thing for the rest of my life, what do you think it would be? And really truly start to embody and get clarity around what it is you're truly up to and meant to do in this life. Because guess what, my friends, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. This is the real game. And I know that there were so many people who wanted to start their online business back 2 years ago when I did. And they're still sitting at home thinking about it. They do not have clarity. They have not taken action. And they're still complaining about their current circumstances and results because they did not do the things they need to do to make the difference, to make the change. So are you going to be in the same spot 1 year from now? Or are you going to step into your greatness and actually create clarity and decide and commit and change your mindset, your behavior, your conditioning, your attitude, so that you can actually get what you want? And if this makes you feel uncomfortable, excellent. Because if you're comfortable, you're dying. You're either in your comfort zone or you're outside your comfort zone. And if you're in your comfort zone, there's no growth there. So please, if I'm making you uncomfortable, no, that's amazing. I want you to think bigger, because when you get to your goal, you're going to realize you could have went farther. I want you to give up the knowing how. It stifles our creation. So you think, oh, I'm going to get there. I'm going to do that. I want this. And then you're like, oh, well, how am I going to do that? Oh, well, never mind. I couldn't do that. That would be impossible. And all the negative fear, worry, and doubt, and all those limiting beliefs and thoughts are going to creep into your mind, and you're going to give up before you even got started. And that's 95 to 90% of the population. They quit in their mind before they even tried in real life. Don't let that be you. Don't let your dreams die inside of you. Create clarity on what you want, and then decide you're going to get it. So now, how do we do this? I want you to create a vision first. So let's start with just a year from now. It's a year from now. What do you want in your life? Who are you being? Let's look at all areas of our life: relationships, finances, business, personal development, vacations, economy. How does the economy affect you? Maybe it doesn't, because you're so financially free and abundant and stable that it has no impact. Really start to think about what it is that you want in every area of your life. And then we're going to create a future vision of it. And then from this moment going forward, we only entertain this idea and just keep that vision on our mind. We don't want to entertain any ideas of why we cannot have it. So it's a year from now. You have made your yearly income your monthly income. You work half the amount of time. It is so much more fulfilling. You're living on purpose, with purpose, and living out your calling. All your needs and desires are met before you even ask. And you're celebrating. Who do you tell? Who's there with you? How did you tell them? I throw a party, a huge party, to celebrate and thank everyone for being a part of my journey, because they are what make it worth it. My clients, my members, my friends, my teams, my coaches. My family is number one. And we're all celebrating on a resort that I've booked for us all and we're just having the best time ever. And it feels so good to be here. So create that dream cast. Hold that picture in front of you and get connected to the feeling. So I'm going to ask you right now, how does that feel? How does it feel to be absolutely financially free and abundant? How does it feel to be living your best life? How does it feel to have gone for a quantum leap goal that you thought was insane and you've accomplished it and more? Do you feel proud? Are you excited for yourself? Are you excited because you realize you can do so much more and help so many more people with the larger impact and the legacy and the amount of money you're making? Now I need you to hold this vision true every single day going forward. Because next we're going to talk about the paradigm that's going to come up to try to stop you. So you have a conscious and a subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is paying attention to all the information around you. In fact, your eyes are taking in about 75 gigabytes of information per second. And it's only paying attention to what you've decided to pay attention to. So if you are currently paying attention to fear, worry, doubt, lack, debt, scarcity, then your mind will take in all the information and only tell you about the information that relates to where your thinking is. This is one level of awareness through neural pathways, through the mind, not even through the brain, not even through the mind. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, go over to YouTube and watch the awareness test with the basketball game. They will ask you to count the amount of passes on the team with the white shirts on. And you're going to do so. And what you will not have noticed was there's a full-grown human being moonwalking in a bear costume through the basketball game. Guess what? You did see it, but your mind did not tell you about it. I want you to ask yourself, where in your life are you missing opportunities and circumstances because of your current thinking? So your conscious mind is taking in all this information. And then everything that it's taking in, when there's emotional impacts, or basically before the age of 7, so that conditioning, that mental filter, it goes into your subconscious mind. It was empty. Now you have all these mental filters. You have a filter that tells you about money, tells you about business, that tells you about love, tells you about relationships, tells you about the world. A lot of people are probably racist still and don't even realize it, but that's because of their conditioning from the past. A lot of people probably think it's really hard to earn money when in fact it's super easy to be a millionaire. But that's your conditioning from the past. So what are your current mental filters in your subconscious mind that is having you think certain thoughts, that is having things show up in your reality because you're missing incredible opportunities? Remember, all the new thought authors and leaders and coaches and mentors agree on one thing. Your thoughts will become things. We are what we think about. This brings us to the psychocybernetics. So psychocybernetics is an operating mechanism or tool. There is a book called Psychocybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. Please check it out. So we have an operating system for our physiological body. It's called homeostasis, right? So our body, when we get hot, we start to sweat to cool ourselves off, to bring us back to homeostasis, home, the happy place where our body is the most happy. So of course our mind has the same thing. So you have current filters that tell you you are a certain way. And now this is what you will always come back to. So if you are a 6-figure income earner, and you want to become a 7-figure income earner, all of a sudden you're making $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 a month, and boom, you realize that you're going to surpass and become a 7-figure earner, and your current self-image, your current conditioning, your current psychocybernetics goes, hang on a second. I'm only a 6-figure income earner. And you will start to self-sabotage, attract things into your life, even do things yourself that will have you go back to that six-figure income earner. It's just like an airplane. This is an operating system in animals, machines, and humans. So when you set your GPS to go somewhere and you go off course, it's like rerouting, go back to this street. Your self-image acts the exact same way. So in order to transform this, you must start to be an observer of your thoughts. There are 3 levels of perception: the perception of yourself, the perception from someone else's point of view, and the perception of the observer. So you have thoughts that are going through your mind at all times. I want you to just start to see it like a TV. And you're like, oh, there's a thought. That one doesn't make me feel good. I'm not going to get involved with it. I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to choose not to think that again. Oh, that's a good thought. I'm going to entertain that one. And so now you have all these things going across the screen of your mind, and you want to observe them instead of being involved with all of them, and choose only to get involved in the ones that will serve you, such as how you can be a multimillionaire, how you can be a multi-billionaire, how you can be a trillionaire, how you can have a positive impact on the world, and start to entertain those. See, the thing is, most of us use our imagination against us. Our imagination is one of our mental faculties and tools for us to create, because we must create in the mind first. So what are you using your imagination for? Is it to think about all the ways that things could go wrong? Or is it imagining and creating? You see, back when you were a child, they say, don't daydream. That's crazy. You can't have that. But truth of the matter is, because they thought that, they'll never get to greatness. You don't want to be that. You need to choose to be different. Be an observer of that old conditioning. Choose to reframe it and rewrite it. And that brings us to our new NLP exercise of creating a winning mindset. So if you say, it's hard to earn money, that's a fixed mindset. When I told you it was easy to be a millionaire, that, have some stuff come up, you're like, this girl's lying. It's easy to be a billionaire. And you're like, that girl's full of crap. But guess what? If you believe it's not easy, guess what? It's not going to be easy. That's a fixed mindset. It's like when someone told you you were 6 and you weren't good at math, it's like still thinking you're not good at math now because someone told you when you were 6. Stop walking around like your 6-year-old self. That's absurd. It's time to transform yourself and step into greatness, because you can have whatever you want, but your fixed mindset is keeping you where you are. We can have a victim mindset or a faith mindset. And when I say this, people get upset because they're like, I'm not a victim. That's not a victim. Well, guess what? Unless you're taking absolute full responsibility for your results, feelings, thoughts, and actions, you are being a victim. A true leader takes responsibility for everything. And unless you take responsibility, you cannot change it, because then you're blaming external circumstances and it's just out of your control. But the truth is, it's always in your control. We can change life on a dime. We just have to decide we're going to do it. So what I want you to do is do a reframing exercise. It's creating new I am statements. Everything that follows I am is like a command to yourself. I am late. No more. I am always early. I can't afford that. I can always afford that. I'll never find love. I love love. Being married is like being a slave to somebody else. Being married is like one of the best things you could be, because life's not meant to be spent alone. Where is your current thinking in each area of your life? So go ahead and look at, when you think about money, what's the first thought that comes up? Is it going to get you to be that millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire that's going to have you own your life? If not, rewrite it. It's easy to make money. I am a millionaire. I love money. I'm a money magnet. Money flows easily, freely, and effortlessly to me and sticks to me. What about self-image affirmations? What are you currently thinking and saying about yourself? Guys, we know that if we spoke to others the way we speak to ourselves most of the times, they wouldn't be our friends. So start being nicer to yourself. Your thoughts are causing a feeling in your body. Your thoughts cause a physiological response. That is the feeling, the vibration, the frequency that you're in. That is your subconscious mind talking to you. That is the emotions that you're in. If you are not feeling good, you will not attract good things into your life. You will not create good things, and your thoughts and actions will get you more of the same and not what you want. So let's have a new reframing exercise. You can reframe at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, at the end of the year. Take anything. Because the truth is, your mind knows no difference between real and imagined. Your mind doesn't know the difference between when you shoot a basketball and when you actually shoot a basketball. Your mind doesn't know the difference if you're dreaming about being a millionaire or if you're actually a millionaire. Your mind doesn't know the difference about dreaming about being a trillionaire or not being a trillionaire, because the same neurons will fire in your brain. And that is basic science. We literally did that in our human perceptual motor development classes. We had students go up and connect the electrodes to the brain, and we got to see the whole thing in class, and they even were testing them to be able to control their mind, to actually have no thoughts at all and to turn the brainwave activity off. And do you know how almost impossible it was for people? You have brainwave activity going on at all times, but that does not constitute thinking. Most people think they think, but they're not actually thinking. It's just that programming running over and over and over again. So now what new affirmations can you say to yourself when that old programming shows up? Write these affirmations, say them in the mirror. I have a mirror sitting on my desk right here because I have an alarm that goes off on my phone that cues me to say certain affirmations. And all I have to do is turn, look in my mirror, and say my affirmations. I want you to think that your feeling is your compass. It is your guide to tell you if you are thinking thoughts that are in alignment with the new and best version of you and going to get you more of what you want. If you are not feeling good, you are not having good thoughts. Reach for a better feeling thought. And that brings us to creative energy. What is creative energy, Heather? Well, let me tell you. It is an energy where we create. Most of the times we're in a creative energy where we are only creating more of the same or more of what we don't want because we're using our imagination against us. Instead, I want you to step into the spirit of it, enter the spirit of it with your goal achieved. So I used to be a competitive figure skater when I was younger. And if I was not fully embodied in what I was doing, I couldn't do it. I was literally spinning around on one foot with my legs crossed, sitting in a sit spin on my tippy toes. And then I would spin out, grab my heel, pull it over my head, and keep spinning. And then other things, and then like pull out into a jump, into an axle, 1.5 rotations in the air at like 12 years old. If I was not absolutely, completely focused, I would fall out of the spin and I would not land the jump. You must embody what you're doing. So if you're going out to make sales today and you're thinking, oh my, it's not good enough. I don't know if I'm good enough. Maybe they won't buy. They probably can't afford it. Blah, 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 blah. That's the energy that you attract. You're not fully embodying it, because I'm going to tell you that Tiger Woods sure does not go out onto the golf course and say, well, I'm probably going to fail today. Probably not going to win. Probably going to screw it all up. He embodies the winner, the best in the world. Even when he was the best in the world, he still was working and improving his swing. Michael Jordan used to go back and watch every single basketball game and see how he could improve, even though he was the best in the game. That is not having a fixed mindset. That is having a growth mindset. And that is entering the spirit of it. When they go and do what they're doing, they're fully embodied in being the best at what they're doing. I need you to fully embody being the best at what you're doing in everything you're doing. And that means only being present. When I was spinning, when I was skating, if my eyes lost focus on that one point, I'd fall out of the spin. So if your mind cannot focus on what it is that you desire and what you're doing and being present, and it's wandering, you can't enter that creative spirit. So understand you have a magnetic body that is constantly attracting things into your life. And it's working by the frequency that you're in. And for some, this may be new. Metaphysics may be new for you. That's okay. Remember, we don't know what we don't know. So right now you're watching me on the internet, which is amazing, right? But simultaneously, I'm at home in my condo casting to you, and you're listening at home in your place simultaneously. And it's traveling through the air on a frequency. But guess what? We don't know what we don't know. So just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not real. Do you know back in the day, we didn't know that there was an unlimited amount of frequencies? You know, there's an unlimited amount of phone numbers now. Everyone used to like share one line. You'd be like, oh my God, let's go back to like not going too far back. Let's talk about dial-up. Remember when you'd be like, hey mom, can you hang up the phone? I need to go on the internet to do my homework. Hey mom, can you get off the internet? I need to make a phone call, right? We thought that there was a limited amount of frequencies. We now understand there's an unlimited amount of frequencies. And a frequency is how this information is simultaneously right now, it leaves the phone, it gets transferred into a different frequency so it can go through the air, and that gets transferred back into a video and audio frequency through your phone and gets casted out to you simultaneously. So why is it that you can't have what you want really right now? Bob Proctor loves to teach it like an acorn. So think of it like this. You plant an acorn seed. And what will grow? Only an acorn tree. Even if you plant carrots and everything beside it, the other seeds, you're not going to get a whole carrot garden. You're still going to get an acorn. And the acorn will grow no matter what. It will attract what it needs from the soil, from the earth, from the universe to grow into an acorn tree. But if the environment isn't good, aka the people you surround yourself with, your home, your mindset, your energy, your inner environment, if the environment is good, the acorn tree cannot grow. And if the environment is good, it will attract everything regardless, and that acorn tree will grow. So imagine you're the acorn tree. You will always attract what it is that you need. You just need to be in the right environment. And that environment is entering the spirit of it and being in that creative energy. So how today can you do more, be more, and have more as if your goal was already achieved? I love creating a universal shopping list. So I want you to look around your environment and just start with your environment. What in your environment would you like to change? Would you like a new couch, a new TV, a new home, a new hot tub, a new pool, a new vacation home? And then go ahead and shop. See, here's what happens. Most people say, I'll do that when I. And guess what? They never get it. Because you have to decide that you're going to have it, take action now, and then the stuff shows up. So you're going to put everything on your shopping list. You're going to go test drive the car. You're going to go look at the house. You're going to go try on the clothes. You're going to put everything in your shopping cart, and then you're going to enter the spirit of it as a bliss bunny. A bliss bunny is a way of being. It is a way of expecting magic and miracles and having everything to work out for you. I mean, why would you expect things not to work out? Why would you create in your mind situations and circumstances that don't serve you? It's a little crazy, isn't it? It's a little silly. So now we use our imagination and our mind to enter the spirit of it and actually go and decide what it is that we want, and then we'll get it. But we're like, oh, when I make more money, I'll get that. When, I improve myself, I'll do that. First, I'm going to go work on this, and then I'll hire that coach in my business. Guess what? A year goes by, you're still trying to do it all on your own. Your business hasn't moved at all, and you're stuck. You could read a book or hire a coach and go at a quantum leap and enter the spirit of somebody who actually has the money to hire a coach. And then the money shows up. And then what you thought was going to take you a year, you do in 3 months. But you have to enter the spirit of it. You must first decide that you are doing that. Then the money shows up. People do it backwards and it does not work. Guess what? Maybe you're like, Heather, that's so silly. But I bet you your way's not working. Give it a try. Just try it on for 24 hours. Just expect everything to work out for you. Expect magic and miracles. Have tons of fun. And just be in joy. So in order to attract, you need to be in a level of joy and high vibration and frequency. So there's joy, there's hope, there's expectancy, there's happiness. Then we start to get into a little bit of a lack, and then we get all the way down here to worry, fear, doubt, and depression. You may not go from depression to master manifester, but if you go from depression to hope, you've moved up the ladder today, and things will start to show up easier for you. So how do you know you're being a bliss bunny? You think about something and you get it. I often be like, oh, I want new socks. And the next day my mom shows up and she's like, oh, hey, your dad bought these socks for me and I don't like them. Do you want them? I'm like, perfect. They're exactly what I wanted. Thanks, Mom. It's thinking about, I'd really like to work with one new client and coach them directly through my program. And I'd like them to be like this. And next thing I know, that person finds me in another Facebook group and asks to book a call with me. That is being a bliss bunny. You think about it, you enter the spirit of it, you take inspired action, and it works. Now, there is the law of get off your ass, as John Assaraf says. And if we don't actually take inspired action, we cannot actually attract back to us. So no, you cannot just sit, think, and pray. You need to take inspired action. But there's the physical and then there's the spiritual. So if you're going and taking action in an energy that is low, we get more of the same. So I'm going to ask you, how can you raise your energy, vibrations, feelings, mood today so that you can be a bliss bunny, so that more things can show up for you easily and effortlessly because you are capable, worthy, and deserving? And that brings us to the final component about some of the universal laws. So the laws are working whether you understand them, know them, or not. The same way that this pen falls because gravity is working is the same way the law of attraction works, the law of compensation, the law of karma, the law of vibration, the law of gender, and all of the other ones. So why I wanted to talk with a couple of them today. Law of oneness. This is the unity consciousness. This is understanding that separation is illusion. Illness is an illusion. We are what we decide we are. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, only transferred. That means you and I are connected. I'm connected to this desk. I'm connected to this phone. I'm connected to that computer, that other phone, that lamp, the guitar, all the things that are here in the room. We're all connected. If I put my arm under a microscope, I would see that my cells and everything is vibrating and moving. Everything's actually moving. Actually, did you know that even when you're dead, you're moving? Because how would you go from a body to dust? Think about it. Pause and think about it. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, only transferred. And there are laws in effect that you may not understand, but they are working. And the law of oneness shows that if we harm ourselves, we're harming others. When we harm others, we harm ourselves. What we see in others that we're not liking is only a reflection of what we don't like about ourselves. See, often we live in stories. That person said that, and then your mind goes, and that's a story. That's a story you made up. The truth is, the only thing that happened is that person said that, and then you gave it a meaning. See, reality is only so by giving it a meaning, and we give things meaning through language. The language you use is going to have your reality show up for you. So let's talk about perception then. When something happens, the old version of you is going to immediately go to worry, fear, and doubt. But the new Bliss Bunny version of you goes, everything happens for a reason. I know I'm divinely guided and everything is divinely orchestrated. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Everything is perfect, whole, and complete. And that didn't work out because something better is on its way. You have to live in faith and you have to believe. That brings us to the law of cause and effect and the law of karma. What we give is what we will get. This is the truth. You are leaving your legacy with every interaction. So today, smile at somebody. Your smile could change their day. You don't know if they're suicidal and they were going home to commit suicide. And you smiled and you engaged with them because you know that they are no different than you. You are them and they are you. And you changed their day through a smile, through holding the door, to actually engaging. Instead of just, ignoring the other human being that is just like you over there, you actually engage. And instead of just being like, hi, because I know we're like, hey, how's it going? But you don't actually care. You're not actually present. You're not actually entering the spirit of it. It's just a casual thing you do. You pause, you make eye contact, and you're like, hey, how's it going? How is your day going? And actually care. The law of cause and effect, the law of all laws, the law of karma. See, frequencies. So for 16 seconds, within 16 seconds, your thoughts, your energy, your actions, your feelings have emitted a frequency. Think about yourself like a big telephone pole. And you emit this frequency. It's going to come back to you. So when people are like, my morning just it keeps getting worse. But you keep talking about how it's not working, and then more things keep showing up about why it's not working. But if you absolutely paused, meditated, did some gratitude, because a gratitude attitude will have you attract more things to be grateful for. That's why we do a gratitude journal every single day. Then all of a sudden we will start to attract more things to be grateful for, and our day will shift. It drives me mental when people say, oh, it always happens to me. You're like, you're right, it does always happen to you, because you always say that. You said that, and it put a frequency out, and it sent it out to the universe that says, I want that back. That's why we must say things in present tense. If you say, I want that, it's still in the future. You actually have to get used to being in the present and saying, I am a multi-trillionaire, and be in the spirit of it. So it is in the now. Because within 16 seconds, you are emitting a frequency. And within 78 seconds, it has picked up momentum. So Esther Hicks, in the book, Conversations with Masters with Wayne Dyer, gives it like this. You have a car at the top of the hill in San Francisco, and you start getting mad, and you have these negative thoughts, and the car starts to pick up speed. At 16 seconds, you could probably step in front of the car and actually stop it, because you just forgot to put the e-brake on and it started rolling down the hill. But at 78 seconds, if you let that thought process keep going and you get involved with those negative thoughts that don't make you feel good, you try to step in front of the car at the bottom of the hill and boom, it's going to run you over. So change your thinking. Be an observer of your thoughts. Know that that thought is going to attract to you what you want in your life. And that is the law of vibration, which is as number one law. The law of attraction is a secondary law. So the law of vibration is the frequency, the feeling that you're in. And the law of attraction says that the feeling and the vibration and the frequency and the emotion, however you want to look at it, that you're in, is attracting more of the same. And that brings me to the law of perpetual transmutation. And it's the last law I'm going to talk about today. So the law of perpetual transmutation says that we create in our life through thought. So if you're thinking about something, then you can create it in your life. You have to actually create it here first. So the first time you manifest is actually when you think about it and create it in your mind. The second time you manifest is when it shows up in your life. So we transmute. It gets transmuted into the real world, but we actually need to think about it first. But guess what? You are transmuting all the time. So what are you currently thinking about? Is it being a bliss bunny, or is it in fear, worry, and doubt? Are you expecting magic and miracles and expecting everything to work out for you and just being in joy because you know, what if you died tomorrow? Would you regret what you did today? Would you regret how you spoke to yourself today? Would you regret not going after what sets your soul on fire? Would you regret not having a larger impact? Would you regret not stepping into the best version of yourself and playing full out? This is not a dress rehearsal. This is your new life, your new reality, and you can create it at any time, but you must first create in the mind and then in reality. So I want you to pause and simply go back to the very beginning, to the visualization, the dream cast that you had. And know that you have a new understanding of how you get new results and how you're getting your current results. You're creating new I am statements so you can retrain your brain. We do this through auto-suggestion. If you haven't read the book, Think and Grow Rich, then go ahead and read that. That's the 13 principles of success that Napoleon Hill spent his lifetime studying from the 500 richest, most successful people in the world. It's time that you step into your greatness and enter the spirit of the best version of you with your goal achieved. Let the old version of you die. Stop carrying around your baggage. When I coach people, they want to tell me, I understand, we want to validate what we've been through. I get that. You're like, but Heather, I have this story. But Heather, this happened to me before. But my husband, my kids, my money, my this, we're full of excuses and reasons. We can't live there anymore. We can't change from there. We can't grow from there. We can't have and be and do more. You need to release that Santa sack of shit that you're carrying around. That is the old version of you, so that you can step into the new version of you. I have a running joke that every 6 to 3 months, that version of Heather is dead. I grow so fast and transform and step into the new version of me and manifest and create so fast that I do it in a quarter what some people do in a year, if not 3. Are you ready to get quantum leaps in your results? This is how you do it. You master your mind, you master manifest it. You start to work with quantum physics. You start to take the full holistic approach, mind, body, soul, and spirit. You understand that there are laws working and you may not know everything. And you don't know. You actually just don't know what you don't know yet. And this is the opportunity for you to get to know what you don't know and truly step into the best version of you. Work in accordance with the universal laws and enter the spirit of your goal achieved. So for today, for the next 24 hours, all you're going to do is expect magic and miracles. You're going to constantly repeat, what's the best that can happen now? I expect magic and miracles. And you're going to constantly repeat about gratitude. And I want you to get a crystal or a stone, and it is going to be your gratitude stone, and you're going to put it in your pocket all day. And it is going to cue you to remind you to say something you're grateful for so that you can be more in gratitude and less in fear, worry, and doubt. And then I'm going to ask that dream cast that you created today, you're going to write it on a goal card. And why you're going to write that on a goal card is because your mind thinks in pictures. Remember, your mind knows no difference between real and imagined. The exact same neurons will fire in your brain when you think about your vision as when you're actually living your vision. And every time you touch that card, the vision of your goal achieved is going to come onto your mind instead of that old imagination that we used to think about what couldn't work. And for 24 hours, you're going to give up the knowing how. You're just going to accept that it's going to come to you easily and effortlessly, and that all your needs and desires are met before you even ask. And that you're divinely guided. Simply look at all areas of your life as an observer of what's not working and create new I am statements and affirmations around how you would like that to actually go. Life is meant to be blissful. Life is meant to be fun. You have an opportunity right now to step into a new version of you, to build your best business, to live your best life, to live absolute financial abundance and perfect health and time freedom. But you just have to believe, take inspired action, and get out of your own way. And my friends, I'm so grateful for you all for being here on our Bliss Bunny webinar. I know you're meant for more. I know you're meant for greatness. I know you're up to good things. And I know the universe is ready to provide for you. I just need you to be open to receiving. So we'll finish with an affirmation, and then I have an opportunity for you. This is one of my favorite affirmations from Louise Hay, who I absolutely love. And if you need more affirmations, she's got all the ones you need in her books. So you're going to repeat, all my needs and desires are met before I even ask. And I'm open to receiving all and the good of abundance that the universe has to offer. And I accept it now. Thank you, life. Now, if you think you've got all you need from today's webinar, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're ready to get those quantum leaps in your results, stick around because I've got an opportunity for you that will transform your life. Here in the Own It Empire, we are helping entrepreneurs increase their profitability and become high performers because we know that it's the little mundane things that we do every single day that compound over time to give us the results that we truly want in our life. So what is stopping you from owning your own business so that you're your own boss, so that you can live the life that you want, so you can set your own schedule, so that you can live purposefully and you can actually live happy and fulfilled and a life of absolute choices and opportunity? Your mindset, your actions, and what you don't know, you don't know. So here we have an incredible Own It Mastermind program, which is an online program where we have accountability coaches, masterminds, and we are going to help you build the skill set so that you can build an online business that's going to help you build passive residual income. We're going to help you create the mindset so that you actually are winning every single day and getting new results in your life. And then we're going to help you create the habits to become a high performer through nutrition, movement, mindset, and all the ones in your business and so much more. Now, today you can actually download the free habit tracker. Go to ownitempire.com and you can get that free habit tracker that will help you start taking actions today, right now, as a high performer, that will help you be in the 1% financially and consciously in the unity consciousness. It is time that you stop playing small. It is time that you stop trying to do it all on your own. I know that you would like to retire your spouse, buy a new home, live on the other side of the world, work from your smartphone, work 10 hours a week, pay off your parents' mortgage, buy your parents a new home, give money, buy a homeless shelter, do all the things in the world. And in order to do this, it's going to require you to be a new version of you, but it's also going to require financial freedom. So let me help you get there. Let me help you build a business that will give you that. It could take you forever, or you could join us in the program and you can have it now. It is actually time to get out of your own way. I know that we are filled with excuses and reasons of why we can't have things. But if you decide that you're ready to take your life and your results to the next level, just say yes and the rest will figure itself out. You can completely skip over the trial and error and the expensive testing, and we can show you the right way to do it. I can just give it to you and you can have the formula and get ready and get started right away to implement and give you the results. Our accountability coaches will meet with you monthly to make sure you're taking the inspired actions, and this will blow your mind. You will meet twice a month with a mastermind that will help you expand your knowledge and your thoughts and hold you accountable and help you build and give you networks and resources that you could not have done on your own. It's a high-touch coaching program that works on you and your business, the first ever of its kind holistic business. I tell you, 10 years ago, I saw the gap in the market. Everyone was like, no, just study this, just study this. I'm like, no, you see, Steve Jobs didn't just go do what everyone else did. He looked for the gap in the market and he filled it. You know what's missing? Treating people like a whole. You're over there trying to work on your business, but your mindset's the same. You're over there trying to change your mindset, but you treat yourself like crap and you eat bad and you don't sleep well and you treat other people bad, and then you're over there trying to grow your business, but you actually have no idea how, and you're too afraid to hire a coach because you have money paradigms. But guess what? You won't gain money in your business until you decide you can invest on yourself, because that's telling the universe that you care about yourself and what you're up to, and it will provide back to you. Plus, we have an incredible community playing to win, and we know our environment is key, not just our internal environment, our external environment. Have you ever tried to share a dream or a goal with somebody and they laughed or they said, that's too big, you can't have that? That will never happen here. In fact, all we do is add to your dream and challenge you to play bigger, because when you get there, you'll realize you could have went there. We're going to help you build yourself and your brand and your business for your best life and the one you truly want. Because I know that there are so many people out there that build a company, build a business, and when they get there, they realize they built themselves another job, and it's not what they actually want to do. It's not their purpose. It's not their calling, and they're not fulfilled. They gave up their job for another job. It's time you build a company and a business that actually gives you the time and financial freedom that you deserve, and that you get out of debt, create financial freedom, have a positive impact, so you can work from anywhere, anytime, never have to worry again for the rest of your life about money or where the clients are going to come from. It's not just about the OWN program, but it's about building a healthy, joyful, and financially free life. Let's get confident in selling and serving our products and services. I feel 100% certain that for those of you that are ready to do the work, I know that you can get the results that you want. And I think the education in our community and in the Own It Mastermind program is invaluable. I know that people in our program like Brittany and Cynthia have more than tripled their income in 3 months. What they thought they would do in 6 months, they did in 3, which they didn't even probably truly believe was possible at the start. And now they're aiming for even higher. But most people will get there and they go, oh crap, that paradigm again, that psycho-cybernetics, it's going to go, oh, I tripled my income. How could I have done that? And everything's going to show up in your way to bring you back to the original. That's why you need to stay in a community and in a mastermind that's going to have you go from there to the next level instead of going back to where you were before. The results that you're going to get, you're going to feel better, you're going to do better, you're going to scale your business, you're going to increase your profitability, you're going to learn how to market, you're going to master sales, you're going to build your influence and your brand online, you're going to build a team and a company and a business that works with you and around your life. and stop building your life around what you do and build your business around your life. Work smarter, not harder, guys. Working with the energy and doing this personal development work is the working smarter. You can master your mind so you can create those results. Live on purpose with a purpose and get clear on the results that you want and truly desire and deserve. Learn how to take care of yourself so you can have optimal performance, so you can do like I do. What some people will accomplish in a year, I'll do in a month. Improve your efficiency, do more in less time. That's why I love Quantum Leaps. It's all about getting more in the least amount of time with the least amount of effort. And that's what we're going to teach you how to do. Work with the universal laws to have life work out easily and effortlessly for you. Create the time freedom, financial freedom, and perfect health. I want you to now pause and think. You jumped into the Own It Mastermind program because you knew it was the next best step. And you knew that the only way to change your results was to do something different. See, people don't resist change. They resist being changed. So I want you to decide that you want something different and then commit that you are going to jump into the Own It Mastermind program and play with a community ready to win and give up playing small and give up the old version of you. So it's the end of the year. It's 2021. New Year's Eve. You're on vacation with your entire family. You're so proud of yourself. You've put your kids into a private school. In fact, you have somebody who travels with you and teaches them. You have assistants and your team is fully run on its own. Your home is fully run on its own. You have all the team and assistants and service and staff that take care of everything for you. You have absolute time freedom, financial freedom. You live on your lake house in your estate. And everything works out easily and effortlessly for you. You've learned the invaluable skills to build a healthy and sustainable business. You've pivoted and you've reinvented yourself and you developed your products and your services and you're able to continue to use this information forevermore. And you are just so grateful that you made the investment and your family is all saying back to you, thank you for stepping into the next best version of you and showing us what's possible. And just be with that and know that you can have that. It's absolutely possible. Guys, it's so important to invest in real skills that will stay with you for the rest of your life, that can help you pivot at any moment, multi-purpose and more, regardless of a recession or if we're in a boom or the current circumstances or not. This is about putting yourself a level above others because you are investing in putting yourself into the program and a community and an environment that's going to play to win. That will give you the skill set, mindset, and habits and strength for your business that will last and grow with you. And to run your organization that thrives and grows for the rest of your life. That helps you feel happy and fulfilled. And now I would like to invite you to join us. You deserve to live a life of greatness, to live out your purpose, and truly be a Bliss Bunny. This can be your new reality. You just have to decide you're worth it. Thank you so much for tuning in today on the Bliss Bunny webinar. I am Heather Lee Chapman, your high performance coach, helping people own it through skill set, mindset, and high performance habits so you can truly live a life you love on your own terms and die happy and fulfilled with no regrets. May you expect magic and miracles and stay happy, healthy, and wealthy. Send me a DM on Facebook, Heather Chapman, so we can connect. And if you're ready to jump in the Own It Mastermind program, you can go right over to ownitempire.com and get yourself registered today. We love you. Remember, create in your mind and it will show up in your reality. Have yourself a blessed day.